knowing the news that we knew this year of LVMH kind of investing in the brand, we were kind of like, okay, they're preparing us. Some bags stayed the same price. Good morning. It is January 6th and I am here to report that we have been punked. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is May if you are new around here, and on this channel we definitely focus on talking about handbags. However, I love sprinkling in some fashion and styling videos along with some travel vlogs from time to time. So if you love that type of content, I would love for you to consider subscribing. Two things. Sorry about the glasses. I know that the box lights kind of reflect off of them, but my eyes are just so tired. We got back from vacation. I'm getting over a cold, which leads me into the second thing, and that is the stuffy voice. As I said, I was battling a cold the whole time I was on vacation and I'm still kind of getting over it. So I just have my cup of coffee from the morning here to finish off, and today's video is going to be about the infamous Polene increase that we are all aware of. Funny enough, last night I was on TikTok and I was looking, just scrolling by, and a video popped up and it was a girl saying like, can you imagine that Polene has just kind of like sent out this email letting us know that there's going to be a price increase for us to go kind of buy all these bags due to FOMO, which I know I was guilty of. And then when the price increase is released, the bags are gonna go up like $20 or $30. Guys, that's exactly what happened. I logged in first thing this morning and the first one that I went to check was the Mochi, because I honestly thought that that was gonna have the highest price increase. It has gone up, if I'm not mistaken, I think was $40. I have my comparisons here in order to talk you guys through it. Yep, the Mochi was $680 before and now it's currently $720. I mean, am I extremely happy? Absolutely, just because I thought the price increase was going to be a lot more due to the price increase that we saw early last year in 2024. I mentioned this in previous videos, but that price increase, I believe, was about $100 even to $150 on certain pieces. So one, we were totally caught off guard with that price increase because there was no email sent, there was no rumor circling around that there was going to be a price increase. And two, it was a significant jump, to be quite honest with you. Knowing the news that we knew this year of LVMH kind of investing in the brand, knowing the fact that they went ahead and sent out an email, we were kind of like, okay, they're preparing us. They're kind of letting us know, hey, there's a price increase coming. Go ahead and do your shopping ahead of time, because once, you know, January 1st, or in this case, January 6th hits, these prices are going to go up. Thankfully, I guess. Let's try to be a little bit positive in this video and not so negative. Thankfully, the price increase was not as gigantic as I feel like all of us pretty much thought. So I do want to take a few minutes just to go over some of the price differences that I did see. So let's start off with the seam, which is personally one of my favorites. I actually just got back from vacation and it was the bag that I switched into yesterday when we went out. I just think that this bag is so comfortable. I do have to say that from videos that I have been watching just of reviews and people talking about their thoughts in regards to this piece, I personally think that the mini is a little bit more, I think it'll wear better over time. I have seen the larger one and I do feel like the sides, once they're cinched in, they cinch in a little bit too much. That's just my personal opinion. However, I have said that if you do need to carry a laptop, the regular size would be a little bit more convenient than the mini size. But I love this one. I'm honestly contemplating adding the seam mini in the cherry red as soon as it becomes available because I'm obsessed with that color. But anyways, back to prices. The seam regular was $520. It went up to $560, so that was a $40 jump. The mini was $460 and it went up to $490, so a $30 jump. Again, not a huge amount, honestly, for the prices of the bags. And there's a couple of things that I want to address in this video, so I might be jumping from here to there just as they come up in my mind. But I know that the email that was sent, you know, they explained that they were going to increase the prices because they wanted to make sure that their quality stayed to par. And a lot of you reached out to me and were kind of like, what is up with this email? You know, like, I feel like Polene's quality has actually declined with time. I know that their customer service isn't the best. I speak from what I get back from you guys. I have mentioned this in previous videos. Thankfully, I haven't had any issues with any of the orders that I've ever placed through the Polène website, and I've never had any issues from the visits that I've had to the boutiques. I've actually had incredible service anytime that I have visited the boutique. With that being said, I feel like due to the just like kind of like the growth of the brand over the past couple of months, I mean, I felt like last year the brand hit like an all-time high, and honestly this year I just feel like that high was nowhere near where it got. Basically, I think that with the new colors being released, there was, you know, a lot of hype around the brand. I felt like people still thought that the prices of these pieces were pretty attainable. And even though there was going to be a price increase coming, I think that people still wanted a piece of the pie before that price increase in order to have these, in my opinion, unique, semi-well-made. I say semi because I know some of you have had some quality issues, but we're going to address that in a moment. Semi-well-made bags, you know, at under $1,000. And something that I really wanted to kind of mention and just kind of give my 2 cents and obviously hear back from you guys. I did see a comment in one of my videos that said, at this point, you know, if Polène hits over the like $1,000 mark, I'd rather just put that money towards a pre-loved designer piece. And it made me really think of like, why is it that we are buying designer handbags? Is it to prove something? Is it to show, hey, I'm carrying, you know, a designer brand and I can afford a designer piece? Or are we buying designer brands and well-made handbags because we genuinely love a specific brand or a specific style or a specific handbag? Because that comment honestly, you know, made me think, and my response to it was, I mean, one, to each their own. We all spend our money in whatever we want. I mean, look what's going on with the Hermes, Walmart, Birkin extravaganza. I'm so over that topic. It's not even funny. But anyways, that's like a whole nother different video. But if the brand that you really want to buy from is Polène, and Polène is the one that has the handbag that you really want, if it's $1,000, then it is $1,000. You're gonna spend the $1,000 regardless. So why are you going to not get the bag that you really want and spend it on a pre-loved designer handbag just because of the value of the piece? I'm not sure. If it's a quality concern, then absolutely. I think that, you know, if you feel like you've had a bad run with Polène and the quality hasn't been there for the pieces that you've added, then I do think that you can find some pre-loved, well-made designer handbags. Celine, YSL, those are bags that even pre-loved, they still look semi-well, depending how old they are. And you can find some really good ones at the about $1,000 price range. But my kind of idea and my thoughts in regards to that comment were like, why is it that we are spending thousands of dollars on handbags? Is it to prove something to somebody, or is it because you genuinely love the piece that you're getting? If a brand that at one point was selling their handbags for $400 hits $1,000, it's no longer worth it to me. But then again, we'll have Chanel on the other side, where same thing. At one point, their bags cost $3,000-$4,000, and now that bag costs $10,000, has quality issues as well. But just because it's Chanel, it's like, okay, that's fine. You know, I will still continue to buy the bag and to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on a bag that can potentially have the same quality issues, but just because it's Chanel. To quickly summarize that rant, I just wanted to kind of understand and get the point of view of that person that left the comment, because putting aside the quality issues, if the bag that I really want is the Polène bag, and that Polène bag has a price increase and is now, let's say, $1,000, and I know that you can find pre-loved designer bags on the pre-loved market for $1,000, it's still a different bag. So it ultimately comes down to, what is it that you truly want? Is it the Polène bag, or do you want to carry a designer brand handbag just to show off that you have a designer brand handbag? I hope that makes sense, and I hope I was able to clarify a little bit better that small rent. Back to the kind of, semi well-made issue. I know that some of you have had some quality control issues when you receive the bag, and some of you have also shared some wear and tear from the pieces. Guys, at the end of the day, these are handbags. All handbags are going to have wear and tear. The quality control is unacceptable. That I definitely agree with. You should receive a bag that is well made, that has no issues at the moment of you receiving it. If wear and tear long term does show, yes, that is, I think, honestly, a case by case, because depending on how often you wear that bag, how fast the wear showed, where exactly was the wear and tear, all of those are case by case scenarios. And that's where I say that, you guys have to be kind of a little bit open-minded in regards to that matter. Again, I'm not putting excuses and I'm not defending the brand. I'm just saying this in general. Now, if the wear and tear does show in a matter of 3 weeks and you've used the bag for even the 3 weeks non-stop, I still think that's unacceptable, because a luxury bag or a well-made handbag or a bag in the price range of the hundreds, let alone thousands of dollars, should be able to last you a good amount of time, even if you do use it day to day, So those are just kind of like my 2 cents there. And in regards to the email coming through and saying that they wanted to make sure that, they maintain their quality, I think they need to improve their quality so that we can avoid all these bad reviews and kind of, negative comments and reviews that people are leaving on the brand. So let's go back to addressing a little bit of the price changes. And I was pleasantly surprised actually to see that some bags stayed the same price. So we do have the numero 9 or the number 9. The regular size was $610, so it was one of their highest priced bags, and it remained at $610. We also have the numero 1, so the number 1, the classic, the first kind of like Polène handbag that caught my eye personally. That one also stayed. The regular size was $580, that remained. And then the nano size varied between $470 and $510 depending on the leather or the color, and those also remained. The last one that stayed the same were, actually there's 2 more that I noticed, and one of them was the numero 10, so the very popular kind of style that I feel like blew up late last year, not 2024, 2023. Those stayed, and sorry, my phone kind of glitched. The canvas remained, which was $580, and then their newest release, which is the Onda. I personally love this style in the berry silhouette. I'm contemplating it, but that one also stayed, and that one was at $720. So $720 currently, I think, one of the highest price points on the website at the moment. And then last but not least, we have the number 7 numero set. Both mini and regular stayed the same. The mini was $480 and the regular was $520. So really quick, I want to address the initial video that I shared about the price increase, and my predictions there were that some of these pieces were going to easily hit the $1,000 mark. Again, extremely happy that none of them even came close, but just wanted to share the ones that I did think were going to have the highest increase, and that was the Nuff, so the number 9, which, as you guys previously saw, did not have any increase whatsoever. The Mochi, which went up about $40. Numero 10 also went up a small amount. The Seam and the number 7. So the number 7 did not have any increase, and the Seam did have a slight increase. I obviously want to hear all of you guys' thoughts, what you guys think in regards to this price increase that we did have. Do you think it was a business tactic from the brand in order to get us to shop more, to kind of buy more of their pieces? I feel like Polène doesn't need that business tactic, because I do really think that, one, if you are a hardcore fan of the brand, you will buy the items. There are pieces that I see that I love and I know I want to add into my collection, and I would add them. And honestly, even if some of the pieces that I was eyeing would have gone up that additional $100, $200 for that matter, Guys, I was still going to continue buying from the brand. I still am going to continue buying from the brand because I honestly love it. But with that being said, I also see the point of view of many of you that reach out to me, that write comments, that DM me, that you guys have had these quality issues, that you guys kind of ask me for your feedback of wear and tear, because I do believe that in the time frame that you have seen it, and from what you guys tell me that you are using the bags, you know, a certain amount of time or not, it is kind of unacceptable. I am hoping that, you know, now that LVMH has kind of bought stakes in the fashion house, that we do see some sort of improvement with that matter. But again, we know that Louis Vuitton is famously known for having a ton of quality issues. Chanel is known for having quality issues on their pieces. I do feel like the individuals that have loved Polène from either the start or that grew to love Polène over time will continue to shop even if the prices increase, unless they have obviously a bad experience. Now, I think that due to the fact that the brand has gained so much popularity in honestly such a short period of time, the negative comments and the bad quality issues that have circled around the internet have been made kind of like more aware, if that makes sense, rather than, you know, knowing that, let's say, Louis Vuitton and Chanel, which have had quality issues in the past, I feel like they had such a good run for such a long time that even though we know these brands, which are at a lot of a higher price point than Polène, are having quality issues to date, I feel like a lot of people just kind of like oversee it because it's Louis Vuitton and Chanel. And it shouldn't be the case, you know? Just why? Is it because, okay, Polène, it's a cheap brand, so if it's cheap and then it has quality issues, it's kind of not worth it? Really quick side note, I also wanted to add, I know that there's a lot of information and a lot of my thoughts in this video, but in regards to the quality issues from the luxury brands in comparison to Polène, I know that Polène has the quality issues and then they also have the customer service issues, which they're not being addressed. But the luxury brands also have these issues as well, because I know many of you have had quality issues with your pieces, and once you go into the boutique in order to get the item fixed or see what they can do, they also say that either they can't do anything, that they have to send it out for repair, and will charge you a fee even though you've had the bag for less than a few months. So basically, I also think that the customer service is lacking in some of these luxury fashion houses, but in a different way that maybe we are not seeing it, comparing it to Polène, because in Polène's case, we kind of see that, you know, either they make returns a little bit of a hassle, or you won't get an email back if you are trying to reach somebody due to the fact that they have limited boutiques that you can go and visit. But it doesn't take away of the fact that some of these luxury brands are also lacking on their customer experience or on their customer service overall. I don't know. I want to hear you guys' thoughts overall. I just wanted to get on here, kind of share with you guys that the price increase was nowhere near where I personally thought it was going to be. And this morning, I literally looked at my phone and started cracking up as I saw the first price increase that I checked, and that was the Mochi. And I was like, we were totally punked. We were totally made like this kind of like frenzy of, oh my god, these prices are going to go up. You know, we had the LVMH news, we got the email that the prices were going to go up. It's like they're warning us, and we all definitely acted on FOMO, and here we are with 20, 30, $50 price increase at the end of the day. Really quick, I do want to wish you all a happy new year, and I hope that you all have an incredible 2025 to come, and hopefully no more Polène price increases. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you for spending some time with me today, and I hope to catch you all in my next one. Bye everyone.